Hey everyone, welcome to Process Server and Messenger. Before we get started, I like to remind everyone to please like, rate, review, subscribe to the podcast wherever and however you're listening. I'm all over the place. I'm on YouTube. I think I'm on Apple. I'm on this. I'm on that. I'm on all of them. So wherever you're listening, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit whatever button you want. Leave a comment. I have an Instagram, I have an X, I have Threads, I have UCLA One. I'm on the UCLA alumni social media app, which is somewhat kind of active. I don't know. I'm trying to post on there. I got a Substack out now. I've written an article already, so good for me. I was supposed to have written a couple by now. I think the first day I posted one, I said I would do one a day. Yeah, right. Sorry, guys. Maybe one a week. So I'll be putting out another one soon. I'm on Patreon, patreon.com/process server and messenger. That's the best place. I think you can go to support me if you want to become a member. Go over there and become a paid member. I never reached my goal of having someone become a paid member by 2025. So this is the year. We're going to get some members up there. I have content up there that's available there that you can't get anywhere else. Video, photos, more writing stuff. And there'll continue to be more creative and really cool content up there. Your support's really appreciated. It goes a long way. And with that, yeah, it's a Friday. It's Friday, January 9th. It's the first full week of 2026. It's been a long week for me. And with that, we're going to get the show started and have a nice, relaxing, feel-good Friday episode, everybody. So happy Friday. And here we go. Here we go. Take two. All right, and we are back. Welcome to Process Server and Messenger, the show where I like to talk about life as a process server, life as a messenger, life as a small business owner, talk about life in general, talk about just whatever I feel like, but mostly business related. I try to keep it business related. When it comes to personal stuff, political stuff, I keep that in person. I don't put that online. That's kind of a unofficial policy, I guess. I put some of it online, but I don't like to be a big politics guy online. I'm a big politics guy in person, in real life, so we can have a face-to-face and know that I'm not a bot. I think it's kind of an unofficial policy of mine. So I do slip in politics and personal stuff from time to time, but this podcast is about small business. It's about developing something and, building something, building a business and building some revenue. Building some profit. My name's Nick. I'm the host of the show. I'm a California process server. Sometimes do messenger work. Sometimes I'm a courier. I work with work in attorney services of a small business. And I serve CT Corp every day. Serve LegalZoom every day. I serve registered agents for service of process in Glendale, California. And right now I'm podcasting. So I do a lot of things. My business name is Encaceres Group. That's what I do business as. And I like to think of it as not a group of people doing business or whatever we do here at Encaceres Group, but it's more of I do a lot of things. I have a group of services. I also thought it was funny that I'm one guy and I call my business a group. I didn't think that people would. Sometimes people refer to, when they talk to me, they go, well, is there anybody there? Or, maybe you guys can help me with this. And I go, you guys, like, it's one guy. It's one guy doing a group of services. It's not a group of people. That's how I thought of it when I said the name. It was kind of Yeah, ironic, I guess. So I think it's funny. It's kind of a funny thing for me. But yeah, my name's Nick, host of the show, California process server, guy who serves CT Corp a lot, guy who's trying to develop this podcast into something. And we're going. We're doing a real good job. Today's Friday. It's January 9th, right around noon. It's a cold Friday in LA. It's really cold where I am at. I'm wearing my biggest jacket I got. My office tends to be pretty cold too. I got windows open, and it's something about the windows and the walls that, some rooms are hot, some rooms are cold. This room tends to be really cold, and it's kind of cold outside. We have a lot going on outside. It stopped raining recently, but now the Santa Ana winds are here. It was pretty windy last night and pretty cold and dry and windy this morning. So yeah, it's the wind can be obnoxious, but at least the cool weather, it's kind of nice. It just rained, so everything's pretty saturated and a lot of hills covered in green grass right now. But also the winds just started, and so I don't know how long that's going to last. It does make driving a little bit. You got to pay attention a little bit more, especially during the Santa Ana wind events. They're strong enough that you'll be driving your car and you'll literally have to you'll be driving and then the wind will hit and your car will actually move. It's that strong. So you do kind of have to, and the worst part of it is the stuff on the roads, like the palm tree branches that come down onto the freeway. That could be, just be safe. Whenever you get any sort of weather in LA, other than perfect, you kind of have to keep your head on a swivel a little bit. Fortunately, it's pretty much perfect weather here most of the time, so you don't have to worry about that too much. But lately, a lot of weather, a lot of wind. I did run over a palm tree leaf, or I had to drive. I didn't want to swerve out of the way, so I tried to drive over it, so that I didn't hit it, but it was in the middle of the lane, so I tried to put my car over it. That happened to me yesterday. It just reminded me, because stuff like that has happened to me before on the freeway, where either the wind blows something onto the road or somebody will have something not tied down to their car. And I've had that happen to me. Not fun. So now's the time of year where you're going to have to keep your eye out for that. It's just been cold and windy. I got my cookies. We're podcasting. I told you last time, I need these cookies to help supplement me. I think they're adding a lot to the podcast. They're adding a burst of energy. I'm not like a Zen guy or a chewing tobacco guy or a energy drink guy. I think I'm more of like a cookie guy. I just need a little bit, like a cookie is my Red Bull. So what's going on with me business-wise? Same old, man. Served CT Corp yesterday. I'm going to be out serving a couple easy ones today. I got some private mailboxes to serve, so that should be super easy, bang, bang. As long as the person has a box there, that'll get done on the first one. I have a couple residences, maybe 3 right now that I have still pending that I have to get to, or get back out to. It's Friday though. I'll probably hit those hard this weekend. Maybe by Saturday or Sunday, the wind will be gone. It'll be a little bit nicer to drive around. Got 1, 2, 3 of those, maybe a couple more, but I'm not thinking of. But yeah, it's going to be an easy day for me. Been serving CT Corp a lot. Haven't been to LegalZoom in a little while. I went there. I was supposed to go there, but something came up. But either way, I haven't been to LegalZoom in a while. Most of the work's going to CT Corp, and I'm still trying to get more. I'm on ChatGPT every day, working out a strategy and working out a way to grow and build this, business. So I don't know. Is there anybody else out there working on small business growth and development on their own and using ChatGPT? Sometimes it gives you advice, but I want the thing to just do it for me. I don't want it to just tell me what to do. I want to actually I wish that I could just tell ChatGPT, like, yeah, what you just said, like, can you do that? It can't at this point. And most of the ideas are pretty, like, blah. It's like, try emailing people, try reaching out. You're like, yeah. How do you make numbers grow on your podcast? I'm like, have a good podcast, be more entertaining. Like, okay. I've asked it to write jokes for me a couple of times. All the jokes stink. I'll pull them up right now. ChatGPT. So if you're a comedian, that's one place where AI is never going to take your job. Some of these jokes stink. Hold on, I'll pull them up. They always do the same jokes too. It's always one-liners. I'm a process server. I make people's days worse professionally. Being a process server is like being a ninja, but with paperwork. They do a lot of ninja. There's a lot of ninja jokes. Every time I ask it to write jokes, they do something with a ninja. ChatGPT thinks ninjas are like hilarious or something. Literally, every time I ask it to make a joke, it does a ninja joke. I don't knock on doors. I deliver plot twists. It's not even a joke. It's like a bad pun if I was serving an author or something. I don't ghost people. I hunt them legally. That is creepy. I do not hunt people. Hunting people is not legal. I don't ghost people. What is that? That sounds kind of threatening too. Three stages of seeing a process server. Confused, suspicious, you got the wrong person. Yeah, that's actually like not a joke. That's kind of like a real thing. Especially if you do have the wrong person. If you go to the wrong address, they are confused and they are suspicious, That's not even a joke. That's just like how it is. My job is 90% walking and 10% ruining someone's lunch. Okay. All right. Not bad. Process serving, because the court said we need someone brave or foolish. I can be better. Because the court says we need a creep who doesn't want to work in an office. Process serving. Because the court said, I don't know. Court said Nick needs something to do. That could be good. I'm not a comedian, but that's a good setup. But the punchline stinks. I don't bring bad news. I bring official bad news. It's all right. I serve people in bathrobes, pajamas, and once pure denial. It's terrible. Being a process server is wild because people act like you personally wrote the lawsuit. I'm like, sir, I just brought the envelope. I'm not the villain. I'm the UPS of justice. That's terrible. I mean, it's classic AI slop to just have like I don't know, it's a pretty good setup, but just everything about it stinks. UPS of justice. They do UPS too. Ninja, UPS. They always bring those up. You ask ChatGPT to write you a joke, they're going to bring up ninjas or UPS because they do something about like delivery, like UPS. I'm the UPS of ruining your day. Something like that. I'm the UPS of handing you paperwork. Like, I got to go to UPS later too. That reminds me. I got to renew my mailbox. I got to print some stuff. I got to buy some toner. Yeah, but I got to go to UPS. I am not a villain. I'm a UPS of telling you you're divorced. Okay, let's do Yeah, so I've been on there on ChatGPT. I'm on there a lot. I'm getting better at it, but I need a group of small business owners to like brainstorm with on how to use this thing. It's good. It's given me some ideas. I've definitely used it. I use a lot to write generic scripts and prompts for me, like emails, anything I got to put up on a website or on a social media or anything I got to put up publicly, anything written, anything copy, anything that's like sales, or if I've got to create a document, that people are going to read, maybe you could add a pricing, sales sheet, pitch, something like that. I think you can reliably use ChatGPT, and their stupid AI corporate like language is actually ideal for that. I wouldn't say corporate. That's not the word. I'm thinking like, office humor, stuff that's like not funny, but everyone laughs at, or, just general business language. Yeah, it's really good at that. So I do use it a lot for that. I know I'm kind of saying it in a bad way, but I like what it comes up with, and I use it pretty often for that. When it comes to brainstorming ideas or writing jokes, it's pretty limited. I've used it a lot I've used like ChatGPT and Adobe a lot for image generation, and so I like doing that. I do like AI art. I think it's I go online sometimes and I see people like really passionately don't like AI art because it's copyright problems and because it's ugly, or they think it's this or that. I see people not liking it a lot, but I like genuinely like all this AI art slop. I genuinely think it's funny and fun to use, and it's a fun tool, and I use it all the time. I use it more and more, integrated into my businesses, especially like stuff I'm producing and putting out, especially as a one-man band. My business is like, it's like a guy who's in the park with the one-man band with the drum on his back and the cymbals, and he's got like a harmonica, and he's playing like 10 instruments at the same time. That's like my business, and my instrument is increasingly using that AI tools to come up with images and to come up with, whatever, all the content and marketing and all the work that I do, that I produce, other than, the actual serving someone and making a proof of service. Everything else, I'm more and more and more relying on these AI type, business products, I guess, what they are. But yeah, I wish there was a group of people that I could kind of meet with, and or like have like an online group where I could see what they're doing or how they're using it. Because this is all like, the way you prompt it matters, and I just try my best, and I wish I had some little secrets, tricks of the trade. But you never know. Maybe I'm doing things the right way. Maybe everyone else is wrong. No, people do a good job. I do get a lot of good stuff out of it. And I do like the AI art that it creates, and it does help me as just a sole proprietor being able to create the stuff that I want to create and not have to not do it. I can do it. I can get on some sort of Adobe Firefly or Adobe thing and knock out a commercial or an image in an hour. And I couldn't have been able to do that in the past, especially with Adobe AI stock. I don't have enough money on my account to do everything I want to do with that, because every time you buy one of their stock, the videos you got to pay for with credits. So I only have a certain amount of credits a month, and I do want the highest level, but it's so expensive, and it's just, I'm doing it for fun. and I do use it, but I don't need it. But the AI stock is one of my favorite tools to use nowadays. I've been using it way more and more because with like Firefly, I can make videos and images, but with stock, they already are there and they're for you to use. So I've mentioned this in podcasts previously. Like I'm a big like use what they give you. Like if there's stock graphics, if there's stock music that's free to use, if there's free to use content, like get the most out of that. Like put that all out there. Like if they have free graphics templates, like use it, you know. I mean, I have like a very basic style. The way I present things, the way I do things, I try to do as little as possible. But in the cases that I'm going to want a graphics or want something, I'm very much like use what they give you, use what's available. You don't have to make everything exactly. You don't have to micromanage. You don't have to create everything by hand. And sometimes you just use what you're already buying the subscription. Their stuff comes with it. Just use it. You're paying for it. It's yours. So I've been doing a lot of the music, especially on Adobe Stock, because that's kind of cheaper. It uses less credits. I wanted to use the video yesterday, but I ran out of credits. And, you know, I don't want to buy more. It gets expensive. It's up there. So, you know, you should join the Patreon, become a member. And then I'll be able to get more credits so I can use more Adobe Stock. I wasted a lot of credits trying to make a Firefly videos. I use a lot of my credits on Firefly to make AI videos. And one thing I found is that it's risky because you use a credit and it might not make what you want, and it's like you wasted that credit. So that's when I started to lean heavily on Adobe Stock. I might even, come to think about it, I might even in the future take an Adobe Stock video and then put that through Firefly. I wonder if I can do that. That way I can just build on a template for my own AI purposes. I have a little more control for my own AI vision. That stuff can add up, the credits, the AI, the way that Adobe's got it. I use Adobe. I don't know. Everyone else can use whatever they want. But everything's credits. So you buy credits and every month you get more credits. And it's not enough credits. I want more. I want unlimited credits. I would literally love unlimited credits. It's kind of like you got to pay, you know, it adds up, and you can generate a certain amount of videos per month on Adobe Firefly, but you quickly start running out of credits and you're like, dang, I have to wait another week. My next Friday, my credits renew, or Saturday or something. So I'm just waiting. But yeah, you know, maybe I could put that up on the Patreon, like help support me by giving me credits on Adobe. That's the big one I use. I use ChatGPT. I use Adobe. That's pretty much covers all my AI, or you know, all my creative stuff. All of that I use to make content and put stuff out there. And speaking of that, I've been working on courthouses. I've been working on this courthouses project that I've been thinking about for a year, and I decided I'm just going to have to compile these on Google Images or Google Maps. You know, I'm going to just have to do Google Maps versions of these. I can't get to all these courthouses. I don't have a budget. You know, someone hook me up with a filming crew and a budget, and I'll do a tour of all the California courthouses. I think we looked it up. There was about 500. But I looked it up today, and I just started going to these places on Google Maps. And I checked out today Modoc County Courthouse. It's a cool looking courthouse with a nice dome and pillars in the front, a nice staircase. I like the way it looks. It's tiny, but it's classy. But I get the feeling that the image makes it look a little nicer than what it is. I feel like this is probably like, man, this is no offense to you guys in Modoc, but like there's probably like a Ralph's behind it or something. It's probably like in the middle of a neighborhood. Like I've literally never been to this area of California, and it looks beautiful. But I'm just guessing that this photo I got of the courthouse doesn't do the full justice. It doesn't paint a full picture. But the building itself it's classy. It is a classy courthouse. It looks really cool. I'd love to actually go here one day. So someone hook me up with a film crew and a filming budget, and we'll do a tour of all 500 buildings, or it's like 530 something. We looked it up not that long ago. It's over 500. So yeah, I looked at that one and I just decided I'm gonna maybe have to do this just online, just using Google Maps. I don't know how else I'm going to get out to Modoc, or what would ever drive me out there other than just to see what it looks like out there. I'm sure it's beautiful. I should look up Modoc. Maybe there's something out there that's like nice. I mean, that part of California is probably beautiful, like nature wise. It's probably like gorgeous region. But yeah, their courthouse looks pretty classy. I'll give you that. I don't like the font on the top of the courthouse, but I'm getting too much into it. I just wanted to tell you that I have somewhat of an update on that, and it's just I'm gonna have to use Google Maps. I don't think I'm gonna be flying out to these areas and filming nothing anytime soon. Unfortunately. All right, this is the part of the podcast where I like to talk about my business, servect.net. That's a website you can go to, servect.net. It's also a product that I offer. I like to think of it as a product offered by Ed Caceres Group, a specialty product offered by Ed Caceres Group. I specialize in serving registered agents in Glendale, California. There's LegalZoom, there's CT Corporation System, and these are registered agents who represent large corporations like Uber, Lyft, Bank of America, Walmart, Experian, just to name a few. Ever heard of them? So if you need documents served to these companies in California, their registered agent is in Glendale, and I specialize in going there. I go there daily. I'm the best server for registered agents in the country. I don't have any proof of that, but I feel that's true. I serve CT Corp better than anybody. And if you need documents served to CT Corp or LegalZoom in Glendale, California, if you're serving an Uber, if you're serving a Lyft, if you're serving a Walmart, Experian, ADP is over there. Bank of America, I think Wells Fargo might be over there. If you ever need any of that done, you contact me. My name's Nick. You go to servect.net and you can find the contact information, or you can just send me an email. info@servect.net. That's info at servect.net. info@servect.net. That's my email. So go ahead, reach out. We'll get these guys served for you. I'm fast. I'm reliable. I've been doing it for years. You're going to have each one of your proofs of service is going to be a work of art. These are handcrafted, bespoke proofs of service generated by me. I'll be serving the documents. I'm making the proof. You're dealing with me. You're talking to me directly. No hassle, no middleman, no putting you on hold. You'll have direct access to me. We'll get this done quickly, efficiently, fast, reliable. No muss, no fuss, no mess, no problems. You move on with your case. You get this part out of the way. We do high volume, low rates, high quality, bespoke proofs of service, accurate, fast, reliable. Contact me. My name's Nick. My email's info@servect.net, info@servect.net. Yeah, I'm at LegalZoom. I'm at CT Corp all the time. And you can't do better. You reach out to me, we'll get this done. You can move on with your case. You move on with your situation. All right, and with that, let's get back to the podcast. So I'm wearing my Lakers hat and Lakers shirt today. I'm watching a Lakers game over here. I figured out how to get my NBA League Pass account to do Lakers games. So I figured that out. So now I've been rewatching all the games that I've missed. That's the great part of League Pass is that the games are on here and you get a lot of replays. It's on, just on demand. You just pull it up right here. And I've been able to kind of catch up on the season that I've been missing because of the year I've been having. And now it's a new year, but the year I had last year, just super busy, a lot going on, too much going on. I mean, I'm thankful that I got too much going on. That's a good thing. But I haven't been able to watch the Lakers games. I think last year, I think I watched every single game. This year, it's been the exact opposite. I think I've seen 1 or 2 games by now, live, like while it was happening. But I've been watching the replays on the League Pass now to finally get caught up on the Lakers, and I have some thoughts. I mean, everyone is saying that they're good, but they're not going to be a true contender because they're just too unathletic, too old, can't keep up with these young athletic teams, can't play defense, and just score a lot of points and can't play any defense, and they're just too old, and LeBron's old, and the team has no youth and energy and defense, and athleticism and youth and defense kind of all go hand in hand, and that's not something the Lakers do very well. And that's been on display the last couple games I've been watching, the replays I've been watching. The good news is when you're rooting for a team like that, they're fun to watch. They put up points. They're fun to watch. As long as they're good on offense, they're going to be fun to watch. You can get mad at the defense for losing them games, but at least you're rooting for a team that's making baskets and making shots. I mean, they have a good record. Let me look up their record right here. They're definitely one of the better teams in the NBA. 23-12 right now. So record-wise, they're doing great. But I feel like in the past, Lakers teams have not been that close to being contenders, but they have been getting a lot of attention as if maybe they could be. And you get a lot of Lakers news and Lakers stories all the time. And they haven't really been a team that like you can really say was a contender. And I'm hoping that this year, since everyone's kind of counting them out already, I'm thinking maybe they sneakily are a contender and we're all missing it because we've all are so. If you're a Laker fan, you like LeBron and he's been great for the team and it's been all good and everything, but you know that it's kind of over and we're not winning anything with him anymore. And there's kind of like a vague hope that we will. But deep down, we all know it's not happening. I think this year it's actually, there is a hope. And since everyone's so down on them, there actually is a chance. I do see, excuse me. Remember how I told you it was rainy and windy? It's like pollen season. It's like going to be It's going to be a rough couple days for me. I have allergies. That reminds me, I should take my allergy pills. I took some last night, and I think I might need another one. Anyways, back to the Lakers. Sorry for sneezing. I'll probably sneeze again. That happens to me every time I open up this podcast. Every time. Whew. But these Lakers, so with everyone writing them off as a non-contender, they're always a not team they've always kind of been seen as like a second-tier contender, and you kind of don't take them seriously as a team that can win a championship. You don't even think they can get out of their conference. And I think that's been true, but I think this year they got a little bit of an edge. I like Marcus Smart. I need to watch more games, but I've liked what I've seen from Marcus Smart. And I'm watching the games backwards. Like, I'm not going from the beginning of the season till now. I'm kind of slowly making my way backwards. So I'm watching the Spurs game from a couple days ago now, and I'll go back another game, and I'll go back another game, and I'll kind of make my way to the back. And lately, I like the way that Marcus Smart's been playing. He's another guy who's like skilled, but kind of too old and not athletic anymore compared to these young guys. Compared to the young guys with the skill in this league, it's hard to keep up. But I've been liking what I've seen from him, so we'll see if that continues. I know there's a game on tonight. They're playing the Bucks, who are 16-21, so Bucks aren't good. I've watched a Bucks game. Yeah, they're not doing nothing this year, so we should win. I don't know. Lakers aren't great this year, so they might lose some games that they should win anyway. I do think they have a chance. I think they have a better chance at winning a championship actually this year than years I've seen in the past. I don't know why I feel that way. I just feel like there's a little bit of fire with these guys, a little bit of I see a little bit of I don't know. I don't know. I kind of see a little bit of fight in these guys. I see the ability to win games, and I think they'll be all right. I do like this team this year so far. I have no complaints really. Luka's great. Ayton could be better. I'm watching the game right here. He just hit a shot. He could be better, and yeah, the team could be better, but it's the team we got, and I think they'll have a pretty good playoffs. I think it'll be better this year than in years past. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I wanted to wear my Lakers gear today on the podcast because I've been trying to catch up on some of these games. In the past, I would have been watching every single game all the time. It's just this year has been so tricky for me. So busy. It's one thing after another, nonstop. It's a tricky year for me, so I haven't had a lot of time to watch these games. But I'm getting into the swing of things. It's the new year. I spoke about personal capacity in the last podcast. So for me, that means watching the Lakers and chilling out a little bit and not being so busy body all the time. And luckily, the Lakers team this year is kind of fun to watch. They're not frustrating. So sometimes it stinks when you make time to watch your team play and then they give you a bad game. Ugh. Nothing worse than that. Oh yeah, the allergies are kicking in. I can feel it. It's about 1:00 and the sun's been out for a while, so the wind's blowing. It's just allergy time for me. Especially every time I put on this podcast, I do a little sneezing fit to start the show usually. Yeah. Lakers, man. They'll be all right. I think they'll be all right this year. I like what I've seen. I like the competitiveness and the fight I've seen from them. And going forward, hopefully they can keep it up. Hopefully it's like kind of halfway through the season-ish, almost. Hopefully they're just not old, tired athletes. Well, I say old. They're mostly younger than me, but Nowadays, these NBA players, they're like 21, 22, 23. They're so good, so young. You could be 30 and they make you look so old. The difference of a 22-year-old and a 32-year-old on the NBA court, you could see it. It's crazy. And they're so talented now, these young people. It's like not even fair. But hopefully the Lakers can keep it up the whole time. Hopefully they can. We'll see how they do. But yeah, I like what I'm seeing. Luka looks in shape. This guy LaRavia, he's playing okay. He's kind of off and on. He has good games and bad games. Kind of inconsistent, but hopefully he can keep it up. We'll see. Hopefully the Lakers can win. I'd like for them to win one more time with LeBron, win a championship. I'd like that. That'd be cool. Get him one. I think LeBron should get a statue at Staples Center. Why not? More statues. Who cares? Retire his jersey. It looks cool. Just do it. Don't even worry about it. Like, he won one championship during the COVID year. So what? Celebrate it. That's yours. Retire his number. Like, have him up there. He's one of the greats all time. Have him on the list have him in the rafters with the rest of them. Give him a statue. Why not? He's awesome. Who cares? He only won one. Hopefully two this year, though. That's what I'm saying. I think this year could be. I think they could put up a fight this year. I didn't feel that way really in years past. I kind of feel it this way this year. But maybe it's just like a zigzag thing because everybody's already kind of writing them off, that I feel like they're a little bit underappreciated. So I could be wrong on that. We'll see. Hopefully they can stay healthy. That's always the big thing. A lot of sports boils down to luck. It just boils down to luck. If you're playing your best and your healthiest at the most important time of the year, then that's what it boils down to. All right, guys, that's enough Lakers talk. I haven't watched enough games to really have a full opinion on them. I'm going to have ChatGPT write the rest of this podcast. I'm going to say, give me 10 good minutes to finish my podcast. Let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. In the future, I might put ChatGPT on the screen. I got it right here on my screen, but it'd be fun to show you guys what I'm seeing. I might get there one day. I still have to fix my camera. I'm still using the camera from my computer. So I still got to fix my camera. So remember, become a member of the patreon.com/processorvermessenger. Your membership will go into helping fix my camera so that I can have better quality picture. But before I do that, I think I need a light. I think I need to get a light source because the image quality is not great. It doesn't bother me too much, but it's not great. Let's see. No, let's see what ChatGPT comes up with. All right. Process server reality check. They say start strong. Have a strong open. All right. Welcome back to Process. I'm reading the text that they come up with. Welcome back to Process Server Messenger, the only podcast where knocking on doors is considered an extreme sport. Another bad ChatGPT joke. If you ever wonder what it's like to legally ruin someone's day, you're in the right place. That's not bad. I like that. I don't like legally ruining people's day, but that's a catchy line. I'm Nicholas. I told it to write me an outro, not an intro. We'll skip that part. Job nobody understands. Nobody really knows what a process server does. I don't think that's true. Nobody knows. I don't think nobody cares. I tell people I serve legal documents, and they're like, oh, so like subpoenas? That's true. The subpoena is the legal document that everyone knows. Everyone knows. They don't know what a subpoena is, but I think people like saying the word subpoena. I'll be like, I'm a process server. And they're like, oh, so you serve like subpoenas? And I'm like that's like the one document that people I'll go to an office and I'll be checking in with the security desk and I'll say, I need to go to this floor. And they go, oh, what do you have? Oh, I'm delivering a document. What is it? A subpoena? And that's what they ask you. Is it a subpoena? And I go, you wish, like, I mean, you're lucky it's a subpoena. Subpoena's easy. Subpoena, I don't know what it means. It's Latin for, let's look it up. What does subpoena mean? Let's do ChatGPT. Let's see what ChatGPT says. I know what it does. It's like you're just asking for info. But people always, that's the one document that they know, but they don't even know what it does. Subpoena, under penalty, comes from Latin. See, I knew that. It looks like a Latin word. Yeah, it means under penalty, so it just means do this or else. Okay, so there you go. It means under penalty in Latin. Nobody understands. The job that nobody understands. Oh, so like subpoenas? Yeah. No, not like subpoenas. What? Yeah, like subpoenas. Exactly subpoena. Oh, not like subpoenas. Exactly subpoenas. Summons, complaints, restraining orders, and occasionally chaos. Never chaos. Terrible ChatGPT. I do not deliver chaos ever. Usually I'm going to an office building and just handing it to someone who works there. Never chaos. Chaos is not, no. People think I'm a messenger. No, I'm a plot device. I show up and the story changes. Yikes, ChatGPT. That was terrible. I've had people open the door smiling and close it in my face mid-sentence. I've had people say, hold on, let me get my wife. And then both of them disappear like it's a magic trick. That has happened. Not like magic, but someone has definitely said, hold on, let me get my wife. I was serving their wife, and then they never came back to the door. That has happened. Oddly enough, that has literally happened to me. People do the weirdest things when they see a process server. They suddenly don't speak English. They suddenly don't live there. They suddenly don't have roommates. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's get to something good. Man, I can see real talk reflective moment. Now we're talking. This is good stuff. Real talk reflective. But seriously, this job is weird. It's stressful. It's unpredictable. I think the only stressful and unpredictable part for me, honestly, is like the car, like changing the oil, like you driving around and you get the maintenance sign on your car or you're driving around and you get a flat tire. Like just, that's really the only time I stress for anything in this job. That's my only like real fear or concern, is that I'm going to be driving and that happened to me last year. My car started, the water tank, the thing that holds the water, broke and had to be replaced. And so the car was overheating and it started to smoke, and I had to pull over. I had to get a tow truck to take it to a shop and fix it. And then I had to come back a couple days later and pick it up. And literally that's the only stressful, unpredictable part about being a process server for me, is that you're driving around a lot and your car might break down. You drive around so much. Driving is really the most dangerous part of being a process server for me. I mean, even traffic is probably more dangerous than like actually trying to serve somebody. That is just, you hand them documents and you walk away. Driving is probably the main risk for me of being a process server, and it's definitely the only part that can be stressful or unpredictable. 1 minute you're in Santa Monica by the beach, and the next you're in some apartment complex where the gate code is apparently a state secret. Yeah, true, but stupid. Dealing with anger, fear, confusion, denial, all before lunch. Not a lot of fear. Confusion, yeah. Anger, not really. Once in a while. Every 5 years or so, someone will get angry. Somehow I still love it. I do, because every day is different. Every door is a mystery. Every job is a little mission. No, that's not why I love it, but whatever. It's one of the last jobs where you actually feel like you're out in the world doing something real, not behind a desk, not in a spreadsheet, just you, paperwork, and someone who doesn't really want to meet you. Man, I don't want to hate on people behind desks or in a spreadsheet. This is nothing to you, but yeah, a little bit. That's actually true. That's something that I find true. I actually like taking in work, finishing a project, billing a client, and feeling like I actually did something, and being out there, not at my desk, that's a big part of it. Okay, here's the light humor moment for ChatGPT. Let's be honest. It builds character. No, it doesn't. And cardio. Yes, it does. I do walk. Most of the cardio I get is like, the worst is when you park your car, especially in LA, because there's a lot of, it could be anywhere in California. There's a lot of hills. California is like a place with a lot of mountains, a lot of hills. And depending where you are, you could park your car over here and you're walking up a mountain to get to the address that you need to go to. Maybe park, especially like in West Hollywood area, if I have to serve documents to a residence in Beverly Hills or West Hollywood or somewhere off of Sunset or that area, you might only have parking at the base of the mountain, and then you got to climb it, freaking knock on someone's door. Or even some of these neighborhoods in the Hollywood Hills, like, you just find parking where you can, and then you got to walk up a hill. So walk up a freaking mountain. So yeah, cardio is part of it. I've walked more stairs than a Fitbit commercial. I have walked a lot of stairs. Okay. I like stairs. I prefer stairs to elevators in a building too. If I can use the stairs, I'll get to the stairs. I don't want to get locked in an elevator. It's never happened to me. Oh, it happened to me once, but not very long, maybe like 10 minutes. That was at a building downtown. I was a messenger, and I was using their I can't remember if it was an elevator or if it was the loading dock elevator, but it did break down for a little bit. But that doesn't happen often, but in my head, it won't ever happen as long as I take the stairs. I've been chased, ignored, stared at, questioned, threatened, and once offered food. Once, all the time offered food. Threatened, kind of. There was an attorney who said, I told you about that on another podcast. He asked me, do you know who I am? That was kind of a threat. Questioned, definitely. Stared at, yes. Ignored, yes. Tell me about it. Chased. I wouldn't say chased. Maybe followed. Not chased. No, see, people even, like, the thing is, they might follow you. They're not chasing you. Because once they catch up to you, they don't do anything. They just go, hey, what the heck, man? And you go, you get in your car and you drive away. I didn't take it, but I respected it. What? I don't know what that means, ChatGPT. Strong closing. So yeah, that's the life. If you're listening and you're a process server, you already know. If you're not, now you know. And we drink coffee like it's medicine. I don't love that, but it's true. Process server and messenger. I'm Nicholas. I'm serving Santa Monica, Venice, Glendale, CT Corporation, LegalZoom. And if you like real stories and real work and real hustle, stick around, because trust me, I've got stories. All right, let's get back to it. So that's what ChatGPT came up with. Not bad. I didn't hate it. You see what I mean though about ChatGPT? It is a little cornball. It is a little corny. It's a little bit corny, I guess. But it's good for brainstorming. It is good for that. Do I have good stories lately? Do I have any good stories, real work, real hustle? What happened lately? See, when you're serving CT Corp and LegalZoom all the time, there's not a whole lot of stories. You walk in, you serve them, and you get out. They're nice. It's the perfect gig. It's a perfect job. The only stories, yeah, like I was saying earlier, is the drivers. That's something that I should film more. I do film when I'm driving, but that's something that I'm trying to, I guess, capture on camera a little bit more, a little bit better. Just the way some people drive, that right there will freak you out. Those are some stories, driving stories, people parking stories. Glendale is, I don't want to stereotype an area either, but Glendale is a wonky, funky area to drive. People are driving. It's the nice cars. It's Mercedes. It's nice. It's BMWs, Audis. They got Alfa Romeos out there. People drive. They drive aggressive. I don't know what to say. They get new cars, fancy cars, and they put them to good use out there in Glendale. You always see someone driving around in Glendale in a Mercedes, just like they're in a Tom Cruise movie. You know what I mean? Yesterday I didn't have my. It was either yesterday or 2 days ago. I can't remember, but I went out there and I was serving CT Corp, and there was a couple of drivers, and I didn't have my camera. And I usually film when I drive. I didn't do it that time, but lately I've been filming when I'm driving to capture the way some of these drivers out of control. Sometimes it's crazy that these people. It's like Grand Theft Auto sometimes out here, and especially lately because holiday season's over. Although I looked in the alley and they haven't picked up the Christmas trees yet. They're still in the alley, so that's a little concerning. But I'm hoping that they haven't done it because the rain kept them from working. Maybe on Saturday they're going to do a big Christmas sweep the city. But some of them are still out there. That's not good. Because I put mine out like a week ago, and it's still out there. And usually they're really good about picking them up right away. But anyways, what I was saying is that even though the holidays are over, technically, officially over, people aren't fully back to work yet. I like to say it'll be after MLK Jr. Day, maybe January 20th, when everything's going to be back to normal, back to work, back to the routine, back to business as usual. But it's still, there wasn't a lot of traffic. There's not a lot of traffic when you drive around. And so we're in this weird traffic place where it's LA and you're used to heavy traffic and there's just light traffic, and some people drive 100 miles an hour and they're driving in and out of lanes and they're weaving, and it's crazy out here sometimes, especially these times of year where you're in between people fully going back to the office. And people like, especially this after the winter vacation, after winter break, this is like peak crazy driver season. So really be careful out there. Weather's been bad, and now we got some heavy winds. Usually the Santa Anas last a couple days. I haven't really done my research. I usually have. I'm usually like way plugged into the weather and the weather apps and all that. So I kind of have to do my homework to see how long this stuff's going to last, because it's going to be windy. It's going to cause a little bit of problems. We'll see. Hopefully not too much, but yeah, it just rained. Everything's soaked, and now the winds are picking up. So, and the roads are somewhat less traffic, so people are going 100 miles an hour. 100-mile-an-hour winds. It's just a weird combo out there right now in the streets. And yesterday I saw a couple people driving like insane, and especially in the Glendale area. I don't know why. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's a coincidence, but that's where I drive to. So that's where I observe people driving. I guess it's like one of those. That's just what it is thing. But yesterday, I saw a couple people going nuts out there, doing weird, not safe stuff. So, yeah, I mean, when it comes to process server stories. It's the driving is the real danger of a process server is the roads and these crazy drivers. Other than that, I went to some guy's house yesterday. There was no one there. I went to some other guy's house the other day. There was no one there. Yeah, other than that, other than crazy drivers, that's been the crazy stories for me lately. Crazy clients asking me to do crazy jobs, but I don't talk about that because I would never put my people. I'm never airing out dirty laundry on the podcast, but some of you clients be asking for some interesting work. Maybe we'll put that on the Patreon. The section where I complain about clients. No, I never complain about clients. That's not true. I have the best clients. My people are the best. And I truly mean that. I'm not just saying that. My people are the best. They send me great work and I love it. And I love them and I appreciate them for that. And with that, I think it's been a good Friday so far, and hope everyone has a good weekend. Hope your football teams wins. There's NFL playoffs coming up. There's bowl games for college football coming up. So hopefully everybody's teams wins. Hopefully nobody loses. Hopefully every game is a win for both sides. And have a good weekend, everybody. I'll be back on Monday. Happy Friday. What did they say what did they say here on ChatGPT? If you like real stories, real work, and real hustle, stick around because trust me, I've got stories. Process server and messenger. Happy Friday.